welcome here to day 2 of the Motoklik testing out in Spain.
Ireland at the minute is in the middle of a deep, dark level 5 lockdown, which means that absolutely everything is closed. No restaurants, no pubs, no shops, and also no motocross tracks, which means that we have to go further afield to try and get our product testing done. And that's the point of today's video. I want to bring you on my journey down to Spain, where we're going to go to Red Sands MX and meet up with a couple of Irish riders down there and do a week's testing. And you might be wondering then, how exactly am I able to travel to Spain? Well, under the EU regulations and laws, essential work travellers are allowed to travel for work internationally, and also to do essential work for your business. So as I am the CEO of Motoklik, and this is very much dependent on having good product testing over the next couple of weeks to make sure that everything is right for product launch, it's vital that I get out to Spain to do the testing that we need to do. But you can't just jump on the plane and go, you have to do a couple of things in between, and the first of which is get a PCR COVID test, which is where they put a swab down your mouth and up each nostril, and in 24 hours then you get your results to say if you're positive and negative. And I have negative, of course, which means that I can travel today. The second thing you have to do is fill out a form for the Spanish government and tell them where you're going to be and the purpose of your journey and so on, and you give a little QR code that you have to print out, that and a negative COVID test, and then you get to travel international to Spain at least. And on the way back to Ireland then again you have to do the same deal, so a negative COVID test, and then you're allowed back into the country, and then after 5 days at home you have to do another COVID test, and then you can get out of quarantine at that stage. So join me today, let's go, let's see how we get to Valencia. Like that, welcome to Benicassim, and we've arrived here in Spain after a long day's journey where we had to go from Dublin to Madrid and then get a quick transfer to get the flight over here to Valencia. But the bike in the kitchen might give you a trick as to who we're with. There he is there, Stuart. Hi Stuart, we have a friend along here now. Stuart is very good to invite me out here before Christmas if I want to do some testing with him, which I jumped on the opportunity to do. Would have liked to get down here a bit sooner, but this is the first chance we got. So we're going to put Stuart's custom Motoklik onto his bike now.
A few moments later.
Hello and welcome here to day 2 of the Motoklik testing out in Spain. And we come to this circuit here, which is called Circuit de Carlet, to do some testing here with Stuart Edmonds today. Now the objective today is just get through it, make sure the system is working okay, we're measuring the suspension all right, and that nothing breaks and so on. So join us for today's day, where I'm going to try and bring you along everything we've got to do. It was about an hour's travel from Benicassim down south here to the Carlet circuit. So yeah, this is the first place that we've got to. It's a really hard packed track, and what you'd probably expect for Spain. So they put down a lot of water on it this morning, and we've got a few guys going out on the circuit. But I'm going to try and show you some clips of everybody going around here today, enjoying themselves in a nice sunny weather. It's a big change from back home in Ireland. Accomplished GP rider Justin Morris was there today, hosting a training school for a number of British riders. Stuart joined these riders on the day, which made for a good proving ground for the Motoklik system to take the rough and tough of racing in the real world, as the guys were putting in 20-minute motos and working on their sprint speed. One of the lines that was standing out to me today that the riders are using was this one here on the edge of the tabletop, and they were using this so they keep lower over the jump and carry more speed as they go over the top of it. But the precision you have to have just to hit that side part of it, that is so precise. It was amazing to watch here today. So So you were the first person that we told about this Motoklik idea when it came about. So what do you think of the system today compared to what we've worked with throughout the last couple of years that was in development?
Yeah, so what was it? I think it was 4 years ago you came to me, possibly more. And straight away the idea that you gave to me was something that was always in my head, and it was important that I think as riders and mechanics and technicians kind of need data like that, and to have some sort of functioning device that's able to relay information back to you and give you exactly what you need and answers, especially regarding suspension. Because basically since the last whatever amount of years, it's rider talking to the suspension technician or the mechanic to get the data between each other, and some riders are good at explaining it, some riders are good at feeling the bike but not able to relay what they feel to the other person. So it cuts out the middleman basically, and it's able to say, well, this is what's happened, this is what I need to do. And then as well as with the rider, if he's on his own, he can adjust things himself. And I think that's the most kind of the key thing, that what I've found using straight away is being able to kind of think on your feet and look at the data yourself.
And in terms of the usability of the product now, so to start and end a session, to look through the data in the app, to fit the system to the bike, do you think it's a simple or difficult system to use?
Yeah, very simple. Very simple. I think it's just a couple of wires, a couple of sticky pads, and 2 screws on the fork guard was how it stuck on, and in very minimal time it took us to put it on. And regarding starting and stopping the system, where I've got it placed, it's right in front of the tank, so as you see myself, you were quite impressed with just starting and stopping over the jump.
Okay, so last question now. We're going to leave the system with you to use and test and make sure it's strong enough to withstand the harsh conditions that it's put through here. So what do you think will be the main thing you'll focus on using this system for? Will it be for analysing setups on the day, for looking at your lap times over the course of your training over the next few weeks, to relay information with your suspension technician, Carl, or do you have any other ideas on what way you'd use this system?
What I will do is I will use it for the lap times, and that's a massive thing that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be making sure that my off days, if I'm having a bad day, that it's a bad day and I'm still doing the good lap times. If it's a bad day and I'm miles off the lap times, well, then I can relay and look back in the data and say, okay, hold on, maybe the bike's not handling as well as I would like it to be, so I could spend maybe 10 minutes just looking at the data and seeing if I need to make adjustments to suspension, and that will bring me back to a comfortable day again. So definitely it will be the data, and the lap times will be kind of my main usage of it.